Hey everybody! Happy January 1st, 2017. I still can't believe we're getting closer and closer to 2020. I just have no idea where the time has gone. And I'm sitting here right now with a nice little glass of Pinot Noir because it's like, why not, right? And actually the hubby is out right now going to pick us up a little bit of pizza. Yes, I totally said pizza. We love treating ourselves once a week to some type of delicious food, whether usually it's between Mexican or pizza. So tonight it's going to be pizza. So I have my little glass of wine ready for the pizza, and I thought might as well have a little drinky poo while I go live and share with you guys why today, January 1st, is so special to me. And I just love sharing my story with you guys. And you guys are going to get just bits and pieces of my story as time goes on, because I feel like I can't 100% share every single thing at once with you guys because I have to keep you guys guessing to stuff. And then number two, my story changes as I grow just as a person. And so there's going to be a lot of things that I'll be sharing just from my journey, just doing this crazy thing called being a wellness coach. Okay, so I'm gonna have a sip of wine, and I see, hey Sarah, thanks for joining. Okay, so for those of you guys that know, I began my journey on my wellness back in 2013, okay, the summer of 2013. And that was when I had discovered these crazy at-home workouts, right? This crazy superfood shake, actually structuring meals, eating all food groups, right? Because I totally went through, sorry, I was checking my earrings. I totally went through those stages where I was cutting carbs and I was cutting fat and I was cutting sugar, and it's just none of that is good for us, right? We need to have everything in moderation. And then having these amazing women in these online support groups basically, cheer me on every freaking day. And then I had a coach who is now my mentor that basically she held me accountable. She supported me when times got tough and I was getting frustrated. She was there to continue pushing me on and all that kind of great stuff, right? Because we need that support whenever we're making any type of change, right? Especially here now, we're in a new year and a lot of people are setting resolutions or goals or whatever that is. And we need that support and we need that accountability. Right? And thank you guys all that are joining. I just love you all. And so that's where initially my journey started, right? Was over a few years ago. And I continued doing some of the workouts, and I continued drinking that superfood shake because it had done wonders just for not just keeping my weight at a steady place, but also lowering my cholesterol. It lowered it in half, amongst so many other things. And so I continued using, I would say, some of these Beachbody products, okay? And what's funny is my coach, she kind of was poking me, kind of hey, Lisa, you just obviously you love, these products and you see how they actually have helped you. And she's you are such, so positive and encouraging in these groups. Have you ever thought about coaching? And I honestly was kind of coaching, who can actually make a business out of running an online wellness groups, right? I kind of thought it was silly, to be honest. I do have an engineering degree, and that's my background, right? And I've always been in the aerospace industry. And so I kind of just laughed. I'm well, not really. And at that time I had just gotten engaged, and so I was in the middle of planning my wedding. And so, but she had actually added me to, her Facebook group for her team. So I was able to see all of the stuff that the team was doing. And then just over the course of the years, I just continued to watch her, right? On Facebook. As we know, I feel social media is this place these days where we literally feel we know, my life and your life, right? Because we're sharing what we're doing. And I just would see her journey, right? And I just would basically see her, doing her workouts and always staying accountable to her health, right? And then I saw her, retire her husband from his job, right? And then I saw them, doing things together and, on an actual work day, like a Monday through Friday. And I'm always just like, how can somebody do that, right? Like, how can someone still work and stay healthy, right? And then have time, like that time freedom to do basically whatever they want to do. And then they would be traveling and doing all of this stuff. And I literally would always look and be like, is this real life? Like, how is this possible? Like, obviously when we work out and we treat our body well, and we fuel it with foods, we feel better about ourselves, right? And when we work out, we have the endorphin release, right? And we're happier. And it's just like, you're all around just a better person. And I was just watching her and I'm just like, what the flipping heck? Like, how is this possible, right? And so then myself, I got to a point in my career in 2015 where I was trying different things. I was doing different things in the industry as far as in corporate, volunteering to lead trainings, volunteering to do all these special things on site, as well as I started my MBA. I was doing all these different things for, my career. And then I came to the very end of the year, and when my, at the time, my boss, when she sat me down to give my evaluation, it was exactly the same as the year before. Okay. And for me, for any of you guys that know me, I am number one, I'm very passionate about what I do, everything in life, whether it's work, whether it's my relationships, like just everything. I'm a very, very passionate person. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Okay. Hey guys, I will totally comment back to you guys after this, cause I'm like, oh, I can't keep track. And during this time in 2015, I was also applying for interviews and applying for jobs here in Charleston, still with the same company. I had been in my role for almost 4 years. And again, for me, I need a change, I need a challenge, I need to grow. That's just how I am. And there were things where I wasn't even getting interviews. It was to a point where my husband was like, Lisa, he's like, maybe you need to apply to a different site if you want a different role in a different area, right? Because I was in engineering, right? Whether it would be supply chain management or manufacturing or whatever it was, right? And he's like, or if you feel like whatever it is that you need, he's like, we might have to move. And again, I've moved a lot, okay? I, worked in Seattle for quite a while, and then I moved to Arizona, and now I'm here in Charleston. And I told him, I'm like, I am tired of moving for someone else, right? Right? Because it's for someone else, and it's for, their priorities, right? I'm like, why should I have to continue moving for me to diversify my career or to get promoted or to get a raise, whatever that is? I said, I am tired of moving, okay? And then he literally was like, okay, Lisa, he's like, well, what are really the options, right? Do you leave the company? Do you start working for another company? And I was literally at the point where I'm just like, I don't want to work for someone else, right? I have worked for someone else at that time for 9 years. I'm like, and I know how that goes, right? I'm not 100% in charge of my destiny, right? And as far as job openings, right? You are only going to get a promotion when that job is open based off of their time, right? It's not about us, right? And again, don't get me wrong, every company has incentives, right? And treats the employees certain ways, right? Good, bad, ugly, whatever, right? But I was to that point where I wanted more. And so he actually, this is so funny that it's it comes from my husband, because he was the one that was literally he said, Lisa, he said, you had so much fun and you loved what you when you were in these groups with Christy. And he said, he's like, why not start coaching and start this side business and see where it takes you? And I literally looked at him, right? And I kind of thought he was crazy, but I'm like, no, I'm like, you're right. And he specifically said to me, he's like, we see what, we see her post, we see her story, we see how she was living back then to how she's living now, and she makes an income. Why not? Okay. And this was a discussion that him and I had the very end of 2015 during our Christmas break, literally during this time in between Christmas and New Year's. And so literally on New Year's Day of 2016, I sent a message to my good friend and mentor, Christy, and I literally said, I am ready to build this business. I'm all in. What do I need to do? Okay. And she had responded, and like she started putting me through trainings and giving me these steps and all this kind of stuff. And what's funny is she even told me, she's like, Lisa, I didn't think that you were serious. She's like, I kind of just like, okay, like go through these trainings or whatever. And then she just saw how dedicated I was, right? And that I was completing the trainings and that I was taking action and working the business. And I was just, I was pounding through, because you guys, when you have a goal and you want to do something, you're going to effing do it. Okay. And this is what I'm telling you. For 2017, we're on day 1 of the new year, the new calendar year. And I really wanted to share this with you guys, because you have all the power to do whatever the heck you want. Okay. And what's crazy is that little did I know, like over 2016, how successful I would be in this business. Okay, seriously, you guys, that I would be able to leave my job of corporate that I was at that time, I left it 9.5 years in the company, right? Like I left that job to do this because I was making like an income, right, to provide for me and my husband and our family, right? That I didn't need to have that job anymore, okay? And little did I know over the course of the year of how many people, you guys, like for all of you guys that are on, seriously, that you guys inspire me and support me and love me, seriously, no matter what. And I had no idea just how this was going to evolve, and the family that I've created literally with some of the other ladies that are also coaching with me and just strategizing with me and like doing this as a full-time business. And then just the ones that I am helping feel better about themselves, right? You guys, like fitting into the dress that we can never fit into and losing the last 5 pounds that we seem to never shake off, right? To having that confidence again. I mean, like you guys, like I can't even explain to you the feeling that I get when someone sends me a message and is like, Lisa, like, oh my gosh, like I actually can fit into this dress again. Like I actually feel better. I have the energy to not take a nap. I mean, like I can go on and on about it, right? And then I have women when they're telling me that they're able to make enough money to get their hair done, right? Or go take themselves shopping and they didn't have that money before. And then like, sorry, I'm kind of going on here. I'm going to take a little sip of wine, give myself a little break. Hey ladies, thanks for joining, you guys. Pinot Noir, California. It's good. But the feelings that I get doing this, right? Like, it's crazy that I am here on my year anniversary to reaching out to my friend and to my coach saying, I'm ready to do this. I'm all in. What do I need to do? And the feelings that I get, it's crazy because I knew I was going to do this, but to think like a full year has gone by, and to see all of the things that have evolved over this year, like it's insane. And something that I want to point out to you guys, because whatever it is that you guys want to do in life, you guys are going to have people that are going to tell you that it's stupid or that it's silly or you can't do it, or literally laugh at you. Because I'm telling you, this is what I've had. I've had people laugh at me and tell me, how can you make an income off of that? How can you, work out, eat healthy, run these groups? How can you make an income? Like literally, I have so many people that I don't think they thought I was going to leave my corporate job. They just laughed at me. And you know what? When people do that, I work harder. I take more action, and I want to show them, guess what? Haha, snooze, you lose. Like, I'm the one, no offense, that is not stressed the crap out anymore. Like, that environment, you guys, for me, I'm sorry, I'm totally like going on a rant here, stressed me out so much. And knowing the fact that I had zero control over the team of people that I worked with, and my destiny in a career is crazy to me. And that's why I knew I needed something else. And so when I started sharing literally in the beginning of the year, because I didn't share it with like everybody, but when I would share, that I'm leaving, but like I'm going to leave my full-time job to do this, I had so many people say, why? Why would you do that? You're an engineer. Why would you just not like go get another corporate job? Like, and then, well, why would you do that? Like why? And you guys, it's because when we choose to do something that maybe isn't something that person would ever do, right? Or the fact that society in general does not maybe deem successful or you should be doing, you are going to get some type of wrath from it. I'm just going to call it wrath, right? And it's crazy because it's only been a year, and I think a lot of people probably thought that I wasn't going to do this for a year. I think a lot of people thought I was going to quit, or maybe I wasn't going to be successful. But you know what, you guys? Like, cheers to this. I'm just getting freaking started. And I'm telling you, like, my 12th month of the business, you guys, was one of my most successful months. And that's crazy because you know what? We are in the holidays and everyone is so busy, right? Focusing on, traveling and spending the time with family, and they're not ready yet to commit to their health, right? But there are ladies and men out there that were ready to commit to their health, and they're going to be joining me to get paid in January to work out and eat healthy. And again, like, for those of you guys that committed, seriously, you guys are freaking awesome to commit before like the year end, because that says a lot about you, that you are going to freaking kill your goals, by the way. But I had to share this because this is my anniversary date. This is my anniversary date to saying yes to coaching and building a business like at home by working out, eating healthy, and talking to other men and women that need our help. I mean, you guys, seriously, over 50%, I think it's 70% of our country is basically not healthy. Like, we are obese and we are not healthy. And so there are people that need us and need that daily support every day to get through it. So I'm like totally just like in a little excitement. I mean, today, coming into this like anniversary and looking through my months, like seriously going through my goals and my actual results for the year, and seeing that this is one of like my most successful months is, I mean, obviously so freaking crazy, like ending the year that way, but also coming to my anniversary date, choosing my own destiny, right? So I want to leave you guys with number one, okay? I want to say thank you guys so much for your love and your support, because I literally could not do it with you guys like here by my side, joining me on this crazy adventure, right? I know I post, crazy videos and silly things, and I might say crazy stuff, but I always just love giving some type of food for thought for you guys, right? Number two, I am just getting started, okay? So if you guys have been observing me over the course of this year and you're like, okay, how can I make an income, or how can I get healthy from home? Seriously, send me a personal message. I would love to share with you. Like, I mentor ladies one-on-one from a business perspective, as well as from a get healthy, let's feel better perspective. Like, I would love to help you guys because I'm so passionate about this, okay? And then number three, whatever your resolutions are this year, and I'm going to look at it this way, please switch them over to goals, right? And let's take action on those goals, and let's break them down, right? Let's I call it reverse engineer, and break it down by month, by week, by day. And let's actually take action on those goals. And I want to seriously, encourage you guys to take action on whatever those goals are every single day for the whole year. I know that sounds scary, like I kind of call it the big, hairy, and scariness of the goals, okay? But if you guys do that, if you just do one simple thing towards that goal every single day, you guys, at the end of the year, you guys will probably far surpass that goal. Because I'm telling you, I did this over this year, and it's the first time I've ever done that with anything in my life, right? Like breaking it down to personal goals, to spiritual goals, to relationship goals, to my business goals, to community goals, to all of that stuff. And to see how far I've come over this year is just crazy to me. And I love it so much, and I want to share it with you guys, right? So I want to encourage you guys to take action every single day to whatever it is that you guys want out of life. And always remember that you are the only one that can allow whoever it is, right? Whether someone supports you or whether they don't support you, you have the choice to allow it in or to allow it out, okay? So if there's someone that tells you that that goal or whatever it is you want to do is stupid or you can't do it, like, ignore it and do it. Like, you need to listen to only yourself and the ones that you support you, because you guys, people will try to bring you down if they feel that it's something that they maybe can't do, right? Like, that's just how it is. So you guys, I'm totally going to comment below. I just really appreciate you guys, number one, for joining and hearing why today is so special. Seriously, my 1-year anniversary to like literally wellness coaching business. Like it's so freaking crazy. And I'm just so excited to have you guys along for another year of just health, happiness, love, kindness, just all of that. And if you guys ever want to hear more, I totally would love to talk with you guys outside of, obviously, live video, okay? Love you guys, and I hope you guys are having a really fabulous first day to 2017. Okay, love you guys. Bye.